What's up, people? It's your man Black Cobra back once again with the Wheel Life Show. So I had a little snafu earlier. If you tuned in at the wrong time, my apologies. I put 5 p.m., but it was 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. in the East. So if you're just joining us, I appreciate you coming back. There was a couple people that were in there for like an hour or two waiting. Nico, what's up? Good to see you. So I just want to say shouts out to everybody. I know I do the shows infrequently now whenever something comes up. And I'm going to get back to that a little bit more so we can make it more of a regular occurrence. We have so much going on that we're definitely going to do that. What's up, Nick? Big boy, fast boy in the house. Good to see you, Nick. Shouts out to my man, Nick, from the Amped Electric Games team. You guys know him. And Nico, of course, the jump master. Yo, shouts out to you, brother. As you guys know, Nico was trying to teach me to jump recently. He did good. I didn't land so well. But, you know, it is what it is. What's up? We got Key. Oh, what's up? You see the printer in the background? Yeah. I just got my very first 3D printer, people. The Bamboo Labs A1 back there. He just saw that over my shoulder. And Electric Unicycle. What's up? Good day, mate. What's up? Seth is in the house, the brainstorm behind Amped Electric Games. Yes, you're right, Seth. This is where the cool kids hang out. You got that right. Ricardo Medford, what's up? What's up? Grace, good to see you. Shouts out to Grace. Talking about my jump. And Nick says any landing you can walk away from is a good one. In his book, my book too, I agree. I walked away and actually unscathed. That was a rough one. Anyway, I'm just happy to be here, that's for sure. Douglas Marshall, what's up? That dude is fast. Doug is fast. So, and speaking of fast, we got some fast people on the show here today. If you weren't under a rock somewhere, you heard about the TEF1 races, the Electronic Force One. They put together some races at the K1 circuit track, and they were able to bring people from all over to race our EUCs, e-skates. There were men, women, there were pro. There was all kinds of stuff going on. I am so upset that I could not be there. I really wanted to be there in Cali, but it went really well from my understanding. There was a whole lot that went on, so I appreciate everybody that was able to go out there and put that on, especially the Amped Electric Games team, who's doing a great job to try and bring all the excitement from that event to you guys. We have some snippets tonight from the pro race, from the guys we got on the show tonight. I'll be able to show you some real good footage from that. And I'm just happy that we were able to have this event. Our events are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm happy about it. Definitely happy about it. Wheelie Brady in the house. What's up, Wheelie Brady? Another part of the team. And you know it. Zach's in there, of course, in the chat. And Liv for EUC. What's up, Liv? Liv, you know. Hey, hold on. I got something for you, Liv. Oh, there it is. Oh, man. So, anyway, without further ado, today we have the 3 top riders from the pro class. First, second, and third place. And I'm going to bring them in right now so we can have a chat with these 3 gentlemen, because you know, when it comes to EUC, these are some of the fastest guys in the game. So, shouts out to them. And we're going to bring them in right now. Let's see. We got them in the background. Oh, hold up. We got Grills in here too. Oh, man, everybody's popping in now. All right, let's see if we can get them in. All right, we got Zach. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? I'm real good. Happy to be here.
We got Roger. And, oh, I lost all 4 of us. Hold on. Let's get all 4 back. Oh, man. Okay, so this is what happens when you have a live show. Let's see if we can get them all back in here. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All 4 in effect. We got Zach, we got Kev, and we got Roger. Now we had some crazy races out there, gentlemen, and we want you guys to tell us a little bit about it. Kev, you're kind of cut off. We can see Alien Rides on your shirt, but then we can't see your face. There you go. There he is. Kev's in the house. So, I can't hear you, Raj. Hold on. Yeah, Zach, mic check. Give me a mic check, Zach. Oh, you either. So it must be on my end. Stand by. All right, let's try that again. Roger,
Okay,
mic
here
check.
we go.
There we go.
Bam,
Zach,
bam.
mic check.
Hello.
Kev, mic check.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now we all sound good.
All right.
Let's go. So this was by far one of the greatest races so far. I definitely would say one of the greatest tracks so far. Would you guys agree with that since you were actually on it?
I want to go back to the track. That was a good time out there.
Yeah, I'm having withdrawals. I want to get back
I have
to
to
the
agree
track.
with both of them.
Well, let me ask
That
you,
was definitely one good track.
would you agree that was the best track you've raced on so far?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Oh, wow. 10 out of 10. Okay. So shouts out to TEF1, the Electronic Force One. Shouts out to you guys for putting this together out at the K1 circuit track. And I always looked at those K1 tracks and I was interested too. I was like, I wonder how this would be if we were actually to race on it. Now I know. It was amazing watching you guys hit that track.
I've never seen a K1 track like this. All the K1 tracks I've seen were the like little rubberized floor things with the electric go-karts, but these are for go-karts that go 100 miles an hour. And yeah, the track represented that quite well.
Big Boy said it had that new track smell.
Mm-hmm.
I heard. I mean, I
still
saw
got a little of it on my forehead.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too, Raj. You know what? I'm not even gonna wait. I'm gonna say it right now, Raj. You are a professional faller. You, my friend, fall better than anyone I know. I'm watching you. I watched it again a minute ago, and I'm like, damn, that dude is good. Like,
Well, it wasn't the best fall I've had, but the thing is, some people they fall and they just like their brain shuts off. I sort of stay in it and I do what I have to do to make sure I don't get hurt more than just the initial impact. So,
and that's what I'm saying, Roger. I watch you fall, and it's like it looks like there's music playing in the background because it's like a poetic dance. You roll, and you hit your head on this fall. So
yeah.
I was like, you smashed your helmet on the ground, you rolled out, you slid up, and then you came up on one. I was like, look at this dude. Like, that was.
Yeah. While I was doing it, I was like, I bet people are watching me getting up on while I'm still sliding, and I just stand up. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what was good about it. Like you didn't miss a trick. Like you kept going, you slid to one foot, and then you just got right up. I'm like, okay, somebody in the okay. He's saying what was good about it. So I'm not sure if he's talking about what was good about the fall, but I think he was saying what was good about the track. So what did you love most? I love the fact that when I saw the track, they were talking about how the track looked and felt new. There wasn't all kinds of divots and all kinds of like defects in the track. Would you say that was probably the best feature, or what do you think?
I mean, for me, yeah, everything was just perfect. You could have gone out there with a non-suspension wheel that had 50 psi in the tire and done pretty damn good. You go to Apple Valley, and yeah, it ain't like that. You got to steer around potholes, and it's like the sun has made it all like warbly, and I don't know. There's like spots where I'm like, is there something wrong with my rim? And then you go to a different part of the track, and you're like, oh, it's actually good.
Okay, so, Raj, I was trying not to mention any other tracks, but okay, since you put it out there. Yeah, there is some little bit of a difference when a track is not more than gently used.
Yeah, but the cool thing is with whatever track we go to, everybody that's racing on the track is racing on the same track. So,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have a lot of fun at Apple Valley. You do a few laps and you figure out where the potholes are and the oil slicks are, and that's part of the fun.
Okay, so Kevin, I
Oh,
gotta.
by the
What's
way,
good?
Mario just jumped into the chat. He's the guy
Oh,
that actually
Mario.
scouted the track.
He
So if it
actually
wasn't for
what?
Mario Chacon, he's the one that brought that track to the attention of the TEF1 organizers.
Okay, all right. Shouts out to Mario. What's up, brother? We see you, Mario. We see you. So, Kev, what I was starting to ask you was
So,
the end of the race. You and Roger breathing down.
oh
Roger was
man.
breathing down your neck. I want to know how
Yeah.
that felt.
Well, that's funny. That's funny because I had Roger and Brian both on my shoulder, and I was already expecting them. I just didn't want to push the GT Pro if I didn't need to, you know? Like I knew around that last turn, Roger was gonna be like, you know what, I gotta win, gotta pass him, and I'm gonna floor it. So I was like, it's good. So either he cuts out or I cut out. One of us was gonna fall, and I was like, I know it ain't gonna be me because that GT Pro has a lot more torque and a lot more speed than I was doing. Like
Okay.
I had so much room left, and I was just like, you know what? If he floors it and I see him right down my shoulder, I'm just gonna go more and hope for the best.
Well,
Um,
did you feel it though? Did you feel it at the very, very end? Because there was a point at the end where I thought he had it. I thought he was gonna take you out, and you guys are right there, and you
Well, I think like
maintained it.
3 times I went shoulder to shoulder with him, and then I
Yeah,
kind of backed off and I let him go.
yeah. Well, you ain't
um,
stupid, and you didn't want to crash. It seemed like it was in the turn. You're like, oh, let me let it go, let it go. I'm not gonna push it yet.
well, the thing is, during my time trial, a lot of people saw it. My second lap during the time trial, I actually made the GT Pro dip, and that already had spooked me. I was like, "There's no way!" Like I know I wasn't flying. It was more of like a torque dip,
Okay.
but it still kind of spooked me. On top of that, I do have from like literally from like last year. I have a fractured wrist that I'm still dealing
Ooh.
with. Um, some people know. Some people know. Last year I raced with a cast on. I got third place with a cast on at AVS. Um, but from that now I don't have a cast. So now if I fall, now it's gonna be messed up again. You know. So I'm like watching out my wrist, not risking it if I don't need to. But I was already expecting Roger, and I was just like, in my mind, I'm just like, last year he did the what I didn't think was possible, which was catch up to me after I had already fallen. He literally caught up to me and flew by me like nothing. I was just like, dude, if I had looked back a little bit and noticed him there, maybe I could have prevented that. So
Right.
this year I was like, nope, nope. I'm not gonna push it if I don't need to, but I'm gonna have him right there on my eyesight. Like I know he's there.
Right.
Um, yeah, during the last stretch, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna try to take me out for sure, 100%. But I just kind of leaned forward. I knew he was catching up, but it was about time whether he cuts out or I cut out. And I'm on a 168 wheel, so I like 168 volt wheel, so I'm just like, I guess it is what it is. And then I thought he knew it was done, and so I slowed down my speed and I like leaned into a turn and I looked to the side. I just see him right there flying straight towards me, and it kind of made me flinch for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Um, and that's when he hit the side. But
Yeah.
yeah,
If it wasn't if I didn't watch that back, I was like, what happened? And then when you watch it back, you're like, oh, the edge of the track. That was
yeah.
crazy. You hit that right as you're slowing down and pumping the brake, and man, that
Well,
wobble was
actually, he
mean.
was he was speeding up to pass me because he thought it was the last lap, so he was gonna pass me there.
Oh, is that what
Well,
was going on?
I didn't know that the checkered flag was coming out then. I was waiting for the white flag, and then I was going to pass him on the last lap of the race. But instead, we take that last corner, and I see a checkered flag, and I'm like, oh shit! Now I only have like 150 feet to pass him. So I tried, but it was too late then. So
Yeah. So I was looking at it and I was expecting the same thing, Roger. I was like, okay, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. And then when every time you backed off, I was like, well, he knows his distance, so he's not pushing it, and he's waiting for the right time. And then at the very end, I was like, oh.
yeah,
That was exciting. I'm not gonna lie. That excitement right there.
In my head, I was just like, not today, Roger. Last year, maybe. Not this time. I'm not letting that happen twice.
You're like Roger. I got the juice under the hood. I ain't letting it go.
yeah, but I was getting up there and whispering him sweet nothings in the turns.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I actually enjoyed the pep talk we had during the race. Every little corner, he would have something to say.
Roger have something to say? What do you mean?
Oh man, he could tell you
if
what he had to
Roger's
say.
making comments, then you're going too slow.
Yeah. If Roger's making comments, then you're going too slow. But if he ain't passing, it's because he's not going that fast either.
I was waiting. I was biding my time. Oh well.
So now to switch gears on that, Zach, what were you riding?
Oh man,
I was on the ET Max.
And how much do you weigh?
150.
So not enough to let that machine know you were even on it. Because
one of those water spiders.
Because I'm not gonna lie, you just ran away. I was like, where did Zach go? Like, I'm like, holy crap. I was surprised that you were able to take and maintain that kind of a lead. Now, everybody here has ridden all the wheels, right? Because you were on the ET Max. Roger, what were you on?
A Blitz.
A Blitz. And what were you on, Kev?
I was on a GT Pro.
A GT Pro. Okay. So we had 3 different wheels, and I know the GT Pro has all this power they talk about. And the Blitz is lighter and has all this power, but the ET Max seemed to run away with it. Of course. Wait, hold on though, Roger. How much you weigh? Because you can't be far behind him. You got to be right around there. How much you weigh?
Like 170.
Okay. And Kev, yeah, you weigh more than him. I know you do. Yeah, Kev, you remind.
Here's the thing. Roger should have been way out in front of me, man. I weigh 210.
Yeah.
See, Roger's a come from behind kind of guy, though. Roger's a laid back rider. He doesn't like to just jump out front and just jump. He likes to calculate. I watch him. He watches you guys like a bird of prey. Like he's like, and he looks for his opening and.
I had no plans on getting to first place in that race, but I was thinking I'd get second place in the race. But my plans did not go as I wanted. So Kevin beat me out. He's a good rider. He knows what he's doing.
Yes.
And it's also, I don't know, it's kind of fun having like the rivalry with Kevin. So we dig it. We jab each other a little bit, and it's a good time. And every time we show up at the same event, it's a little something extra.
It's fun. It's always fun.
Well, yeah. Zach, do you feel? Oh, you know what? That's what I wanted to say. The GT Pro, right? The GT Pro and the ET Max, super powerful wheels. But what are your thoughts on the comparison? Because to me, I feel like the ET Max is a better built race wheel for pavement racing. It just seems, and I feel like the GT Pro is a little too big, and I think it bogs down some of that speed that it has. But I'm just guessing because the GT Pro I haven't even touched. I have an ET Max and I love it. I've ridden the Blitz and everything else, but the GT Pro I haven't ridden. So what would you guys say in comparison to that? Those two wheels.
In my thoughts, the reason why I raced the GT Pro was because last year I raced a Commander Pro, just regular Commander Pro, and it sits right below my knee, where like right where it feels comfortable and leaning to the side. The ET Max sits over that, and it makes it uncomfortable for me to ride. So I feel like the ET Max is a perfect wheel for somebody like Zach. Example,
Taller.
he's tall. It
Yep.
fits him perfect. Fits him right on the knee or below. For me, it'll fit right over the knee, which it makes it uncomfortable to carve and lean into the turns. But I feel
Yep.
like the GT Pro had way more torque than it showed to have. Than I made it to have at the race. It had more than that. It was also, I only had 1 week on it, so it's like I didn't get to.
Dude, why do you keep doing that, Kevin?
You did that before, didn't you?
Yeah, practice
Well, the
on
thing
a
is,
wheel.
So last year at AVS, I was gonna race the Master V4, and then halfway down the first day of the AVS, I was like, nah, I'm wobbling too much. I'm not feeling good on this. Like, I'm not gonna do good. Then my friend, shout out No Lunchman, if you guys know, run EUC. He was like, here, have my GT Pro, my Commander GT. Commander Pro. And I was like, cool. So I took it, and then placed third place on that. It was half a day of practice, and then Sunday, of course. And then this year it was like, I don't know. I don't even have a good explanation as to why I only had it for a week. It was just 1 week before the race. I was just like, man.
Well, we got
But
some questions here. First of all, Zach, do you remember hearing Seth say that? He said, Zach Darnell is putting on a clinic.
Yes, and I was very excited to do it, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And I'm really glad there wasn't any casualties this year.
Yes.
Unlike last year, but we won't get into that.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And so, Roger, there's a question in the comments. They said, do you think if Roger was on an ET Max or a GT Pro, that maybe he might have taken that? You think it was the wheel or your choice of line that you took?
I needed to have a certain setup because I still have some issues with my left leg. So I've been trying other setups with wheels, and I just can't. My left leg is still kind of screwed. It's getting better. It's a lot better. I'm barely wobbling now, but yeah, I had to run the setup with the dynamics and the tire and everything that I ran. It's the only way I was able to have a setup that I could push like that.
Okay. Well, Nick he said TEF1 had to reduce the number of laps in the finals from 6 to 5. Sounds like Roger didn't realize he was on the final lap when the checker flag came out, or he would have already.
I wasn't counting laps. I was just waiting for the white flag. They could have had me go 10 laps. I'd keep on going until I saw a white flag, and I'd be like, oh, this is the last lap.
Ah, okay. So that's the trick. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I just don't pay attention. I just go.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this. It looked crazy on there. As a matter of fact, hang on 1 second, gentlemen. Let's see if we can jump to something real quick to give people a little something to look at. Let's see here. If I can bring this in.
Going back to Zach's long, sexy legs that wrap around the.
Hold on, see if I can get that in. Oh, it's skipping a little.
This is the exciting moment, the moment we've been waiting for. We got SoCal Legend off the track, and we're waiting. Green flag, and off they go for the EUC Pro Races at TEF1. Into the Rocky Mountain.
Just look how good that looks, guys. I hate that it's skipping like that. Sorry about that, people. But just look at how it looks. I am so impressed at how far we have come. Just this is where we are now, right now. Like, it has been crazy to know that these wheels have come such a long way in such a short period of time. And it's nuts. And in case you guys don't know, this is on the Amped Electric Games channel. They're about to put this out. So you guys are getting a little quick snippet ahead of time. because race day, this is what we like to see, the announcing and the races and everything together. But that's not what we had. But the AMP team is doing their best to put this together to make it so that you get all the best of all the goodies from that day. I was gonna bring that part up where you're putting on a clinic, but I think I'll give you a little bit more.
That is the checkered flag, folks. That was such.
You can see Seth Johnson here. Shouts out to my man Seth and Brett Brownlee. They did a great job of bringing you all the action. And here they decided that this is where they were able to put it together. But I'm looking at your issue there, Roger.
Close finish. We have.
I don't want to give away too much. But
Darnell!
boom!
Yeah, Zach Darnell.
Oh, we are going to have to look at that final there.
Oh,
Gotta write her down.
Roger. Oh,
Write
okay.
her down.
Oh my God, Roger. I would play a little bit more, but unfortunately, it looks like my computer's not allowing me to do both for right now. So I'm gonna leave that. But Roger, when you went down, did you feel happy that you had a really good helmet this time? Like,
My regular helmet is fine. I wear a good old downhill mountain bike helmet that's made for hitting trees at 50 miles an hour.
oh, I don't know.
I've had worse crashes in my Fox Pro frame. It's no problem at all.
Well, it's a Fox anyway, so I know it's a good helmet. I just know that I saw you fall, and this one, what were you wearing here?
I don't know, some $20 K1 helmet.
You got it from them?
Yeah, I took it from the track. So they got one helmet with a little scuff mark right up there.
You should have signed it and let them put that up there because that's gonna be a collector's item.
I just stuck it on a shelf when nobody was watching.
Oh man. Oh, okay. K1, if you find that helmet, I'll take it. We'll have Roger sign it.
So
What?
what was upset about, though, is I didn't get to have my camera for the race. So everything I'm doing, everything I'm saying, I'm just talking to myself, which I do anyway. But it's more fun when I get to share it after.
Yeah. Hey, so who's over your shoulder there, Kevin?
We got Kevin here.
Is that Kelly?
Oh my God. Yo. Yo, what's up? What's going on? It's the Alien Rides Master, Kevin. Yo.
What's going on, guys? Congrats to all the
Kevin's over
winners.
there.
Killed it out there.
Yeah, thank you, man. These guys, I mean, they're putting on clinics over here and making it happen, but your boy Kevin was in the mix. Kevin was putting it down too. Shouts out to the whole team.
Hey,
Yeah, man. So let me ask you a question, Kev. Do you feel like, and I know Roger would say it, and Zach, I'm sure you would too. Do you feel like these intro to speeds is what makes this happen for you guys? Is what gives you the ability to do what you're doing?
Absolutely. Maribel really knows how to light the fire underneath you and make you a better racer. She'll call you out in your BS and,
Okay.
You'll go out there and you'll go against Show and Brian and Kevin. You'll come out a better racer. So if anyone's interested in going to get better, they should go to Intro to Speed, especially in the Bay.
Yeah, see? Now, I know this because Roger was telling me we were scheduling this, and Roger's like, I got to go to Intro to Speed. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I think Zach and I have a little thing coming up soon also that it would be good for us to stay on top of our skills for. Maybe I'll see you there also, Black Cobra.
In case you guys don't know, he's talking about China. We are going to jump over to China for a bit. There's going to be some fantastic racing going down over there, and I look forward to covering it and bringing to you guys what I can while I'm over there. I was thinking about doing some downhill racing, but I don't think that's going to happen because I'm just there to cover, to talk to you guys. I leave the racing to you professionals. I race for fun. I ride for fun, but you guys were killing it, and I look forward to us over there. but I don't know what kind of track they're going to ride
our
on.
training montage.
Yeah.
All right,
There
guys,
you go.
best of luck out there. Have a blast in China. I wish I can make it. Hope you guys have a great time. See you guys.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you.
Kevin. Later.
So
there's 2 tracks that we're going to be racing on. One of them is sort of an AVS-esque, we'll call it a drift track that looks like it's maybe have been through more stuff than AVS, but we'll see. Then the other one is a dirt track with jumps and it's a loop. So should be good.
I'm looking forward to riding that one. As you guys, you all know, I have not mastered jumping still. I know how to fall, but I want to see what it's like over there. I know I got to be careful because from what I hear, they like to put you in precarious situations on their off-road. I was already given a warning, so we'll see. But somebody just asked if we can run that in the background again, the crash. So I think I'm going to pull that back up again just so we can see the crash here at the end of the race. What
about the other part where I went on the other rumble strip and I got a bunch of air and didn't crash?
Yeah, that's in here too, but I'm gonna save that for the actual debut of this video on Amp's channel. You can see Zach flying through, and here it goes. Roger was closing, boy, and there he goes. Bam! Head slide, butt slide, back to 1 foot, like a pro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a little bit jealous of your falling abilities.
Yeah, the only crash that I got injured from was that one where I hit the curb, where I was going from we'll say full speed to 0.
Rapid deceleration trauma.
That one did destroy my my Fox Pro Frame helmet. So the one I have now is actually brand new.
Oh, you bought a replacement. Okay.
Yeah, same kind.
Yeah. Well, those Fox are nice. They ain't cheap, but they're nice.
Yeah, I mean, it saved me to the point where I thought the company deserved a second go at my head. So,
well, shouts out to Fox. Roger needs another sponsor.
I go through one helmet every 5 years. I'm okay.
Oh, and I didn't even look down here. Full face helmet helped. Senior E moment. It is the one and only James Darnell. Another amazing racer. The best father-son race team I've ever seen. You guys it's unbelievable to see that you guys are doing all that together. It's something
about
else.
Me and Aaron?
Yeah, okay.
Well, don't exclude Brian.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just because Aaron says daddy does not mean that you are actually his daddy.
Whoa there.
Hold him over there.
Bananas away from him.
Whoa there.
Hey, your dad says hi, Zach. So, honestly though, what is your? Well, I know you two are going. Are you going also, Kev, to China?
I'm not going out there. That's a little bit too far.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I had to be convinced a second time. I had already said no several times. And then Afiz from E-Rides had a conversation. He convinced me from England. Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, all right, fine. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime trip.
We do have a rider going out there. You guys probably heard of him, Sam Clegg. He won the Electrify Expo.
Oh, yeah.
He got like 2nd place in there. But we do have him going out there, which should be fun to watch.
Yeah,
Sam
definitely
got 1st place on day 1.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Day 1 he got 1st place, but overall he got 2nd place.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. And Sam's older than I am, by the way, I think.
Oh, he's a beast though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot there are a lot of riders going that are just so skilled that I am anxious to see how these races turn out over there. And I'm also anxious to see how we combine with some of their racers over there and how we compete with some of their racers over there. Because as you know, like most of the riders there are not quite as heavy as we are. And I say we as in me because I'm the heaviest guy here. And I can tell you, but we do have Zach going over there and Roger and others who, can rival them. And I really want to see what their best can do against our best. So this is going to be something that I'm anxious to see. And I'm also anxious to see the area. Like, what are you guys excited the most about? Like, Zach, what do you think is really going to get you about China? What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to spending Christmas at the North Pole where all the toys are made, going to all the factories, seeing behind the scenes, seeing all the elves that make all the toys.
Look, you're ruining it for the kids. They're like, the North Pole's not in China. There's some kids watching the stream going, huh?
Oh, so James says bird flu, but we can go see the latest installment of the COVID virus over there.
Yeah, I want to meet the penguin.
They're up to like 4.0.
I'm not gonna
see where all his M10 minis come from.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little worried about I'm like, okay, how many masks can I wear? But who knows? We'll see how it goes. E. Simon, good day, mate. So, Roger, what are you looking forward to the most in China in this China race?
You ruined it by saying the race. I just like going over there and eating the food and going to the back alley places where there's 50 different street vendors selling the food. Mm-hmm. And you eat all kinds of weird crap on sticks, and people will hand you things and you give them money and you don't even know if it's food, but then you eat it anyway. That's a good time.
So I would suggest you do that part after your race, Roger. Just a suggestion.
Let me just say that I'm as durable in the stomach as I am in the head. So I'll be just fine.
You're definitely going to be put to a test out there.
Yeah.
Oh, so James says, I'm going so I can finally get the latest Bigot app. So I'm gonna say for me it's the whole experience. I'm excited about the races and what you guys are gonna do over there and what I'll get to see and experience. But it's the whole thing. Seeing some of the videos that they post, some of their off-road spots. Off-roading to me is the most fun I ever have on a wheel. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they offer. And I'm hoping that we can get some sites in. I really don't even know where anything's at, so I don't know how close we are to the Great Wall or anything like that. So I just know that I want to see some sites and get it and be excited about it, and be able to bring all of that experience that we have back to the people here who aren't going to be able to make it. I'm looking forward to being able to bring it to others and share what we do. So that's my excitement. So Grill said the red light district. Roger, really? Yo. You ain't right, Roger. You ain't right. You ain't right. Yeah. Well, just when I went to Amsterdam, I learned that you don't go to the blue light district. Red light. Yeah, we're women. Blue light, we're part women. Women with packages. I was like,
with the kielbasa.
Yeah. We went down we were walking in the red light district in Amsterdam. We turned down, we're looking around, we're like, this place is crazy. I'm like, why are those lights blue? And we went down that row, and there's like another, and I'm like, all the lights are blue. They're different. And I'm like, so what's the difference? And I look and I'm like, well, there's beautiful women in there too, just like on the other street. So I don't know what's the difference. And then you see a beautiful woman, and then I look down. I'm like, whoa! No blue light, no blue light, run! So beware of the blue light district. Oh, Douglas.
I think Doug has run out of patience with us.
Okay, Doug, we're sorry. Anyway, so if you were picking one wheel and you could only have one.
Solid, James. Solid. Thank you. Okay.
Well, anyway, that's messed up. I'm not even putting that on screen. Anyway, so if you could only have one wheel out of all wheels, start with you, Zach. What wheel would it be out of all the wheels that are out and coming out? If you could have one, what would it be?
M10 Mini. Or the Extreme Bowl Commander GT Pro Plus.
It's supposed to be an awesome wheel, but
okay.
M10 Mini because you can take it on a plane, and then the Extreme Bowl Commander GT Pro Plus because it's giant and you can take it probably 60 miles if you ride slow enough.
Okay. Roger, what would you say?
So far, it's the Sherman L, but if I get to do a dream wheel, then I would probably do something like Commander GT Pro. So if we're just talking for racing, I would probably do a 4P or maybe even a 3P with high discharge cells on a wheel like that.
Okay.
So,
and Kev?
I never like things to be normal.
I'm going to have to stick with that Commander GT Pro Plus. That one is going to be a really good one.
Okay.
What if we can make it lighter for you, Kevin?
That would be amazing. I mean, I raced the Commander GT. If I would have raced the Commander GT Pro Plus, I think that would have been a little bit too heavy.
Yeah.
Commander GT weight would be perfect, but with a GT Pro Plus motor. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, there's so many that. Okay, well, what did you guys think about the X-Way? You guys all get to ride that?
I'll tell you what I saw with the X-Way. I saw some of the best riders in Douglas and Show have trouble sort of keeping it stable and up with the crowd. So that sort of makes me nervous about the X-Way for high-speed stuff.
Okay. So,
well, I could say the same thing about the Blitz.
What are you talking about with the Blitz? There was Brian and I didn't have wobble issues.
But you had to watch the display in your hand. Isn't that a concern?
That is true.
No, I love that. I would do the same thing if I had the X-Way because it has the same plug, and I'm bringing my display with me to China to plug into my X-Way and my Blitz that I'm going to be riding over there.
I feel like Roger would have done better if he didn't have to stick his hand like this the whole time. If he was free and able to move everywhere, I think it would have been better than he would have done much better. He would have definitely passed.
I just needed a white flag to pass you there, but I was chilling.
Well, so that's what the cable was. See, I didn't realize what that was. That's what, to the wrist, because I did see a couple people with that. I wasn't sure what was going on with that.
Yeah,
and
so it's just a real-time PWM display. When you go through Bluetooth to Darkness Spot or EUC World, there's a bit of a delay, and that cable with that display had no delay. So that's why I was feeling okay pushing it a little further, and I could have still pushed it more, but I don't know. I didn't think I had to. So.
Okay. Well, Douglas is saying that he said his left leg was also injured, mostly felt the wobble on the right turns when the weight was on his left leg. You're saying you didn't feel any wobbles on that blitz, Roger?
There was only one turn, and it was a left turn that would give me issues, which is weird because it's my left leg also. But yeah, going into that hairpin, yeah, the one where I actually crashed into Zen Lee. So he put a little video about that. But that's another time I was on the rumble strip. I was trying to pass on the inside, and he came and squeezed me onto the rumble strip, and I gave him a hug, and I pushed him out of the way. And I think I passed him a little while later, I think.
Did he fall when you gave him the hug?
No.
Okay, because I thought that might have been payback for what he did in past race. Anyway,
he did nothing. Zenley was all cool. No problems there. The only thing that was a little bit silly was he wanted to race for pinks at AVS. And when I got the message, I click on the message and I hear it. I'm like, that sounds okay. And then the next message was like, oh yeah, never mind. I'd feel bad taking Roger's wheel. I'm like, all right,
oh, wow. Well, I saw at one point during the race, I think it was Zen who had the pucks on his hand, and he was making a turn and sparking, and then all of a sudden he lost it a little bit and went off the track. Right, I think it was right when you guys started, and then he had to try and come back and catch up.
The first kind of big turn to the right. Well, not the first. It's like turn 3 or something, unless they count the little chicaney part. I don't know what the numbers were on that track, but yeah, he just was in the turn, and he either lost traction, pedal clipped, or whatever, and then he just shot off to the left with only 1 foot on a pedal.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there he goes. That was quick and early too. Oh, okay, so we got Mikey Grillo here. Grills is saying, if Show and Zen hadn't fallen and Max's wheel hadn't died, they all were looking really good. Well, I think that's why they were all in the pro class. This was a whole track full of really good riders.
So the best wheel was Max's wheel. He built himself a Frankenstein Commander GT Pro inside of a Commander Pro body. So that wheel that he was riding looked like a 134 volt wheel, but it was a 168 volt wheel.
But it died, right?
Yeah, the main board crapped out, and the hall sensor on the motor crapped out. I don't know if one killed the other, but they both died.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's those are the things that happen when you build your own, I guess. I don't know. Well, I can't really say that. That can happen anytime.
He was also
I went to my master and I said, if you have time, take the motor out and slap it in your wheel.
Well, he was running a
wasn't enough time.
motor with 168 volt motherboard.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Frankenstein wheel, when you put one together, there are things that you got to worry about. I mean, it's good that we're doing that kind of thing and trying to innovate and push forward, because it's important that we continue to do that. But, it scares me. I get scared. But that's just me. I'm like, But speaking of that, like I said, think about where we've come from and where we are. Like, I was, excuse me. I remember last year, Roger. Was it last year? Time flies. I don't know. Was it last year? I think it was last year at AVS.
Let's pretend it's last year.
Yeah, when we were riding the that little what was it? The little was it an M10? It wasn't even an M10. What was it?
Which one? Sam Clegg's wheel?
The super tiny, old wheel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's Zach's friend. What's his name?
Steven?
Yeah. No.
M2 something.
Chance?
Well, no, it was no. The guy that was selling the extra batteries for the EXs back in the day.
Oh, Sheridan.
The EXNs.
Sheridan? Was it Sheridan? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
My BFF from Portland.
What's up,
Yeah.
Devo?
So what he had is one of those Segway shoes that he welded 2 pedals on the side of, and that's a super small wheel, right? And it
No,
couldn't
but
even crack in the sidewalk.
no, I saw that too, but the one I rode was like the the M10. It was like the first one. Like
Yeah, that
I
was
don't.
probably Sam Clegg's
It
wheel.
might have been like an
Yeah.
M2 or something crazy. I don't
M10
know.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so tiny, and I was like, dude, I'm way too heavy to get on this wheel. And he's like, just go for it. So I rode the thing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't know, I can't believe I did that. I keep forgetting to look for the footage. I got to find the footage of me on that crazy little wheel, because that was the
I still remember
wildest.
Sam Clegg decided he was going to take it for a lap around the track, and he got like 30 feet before he face planted. You're on the track. You just can't help but to go faster. So
Yes.
he just makes it just out of sight. And then,
Yeah. Well, that's all you can deal with, you know? It's like you can, and you're right. When you get on a track like that, I don't care what you're riding, you're going to push whatever you're riding to its limits because you can't help it. You just can't help it. So, okay, to everybody that's in the chat right now, can you do me a favor? Go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you hit it on this video. I really appreciate having all these guys together, and I really appreciate having all these guys in the chat. I know that there's so many people looking forward to this upcoming trip, but this clinic that you guys just put on. Oh, there you go, Kev. Lost you for a sec. This clinic that not just Zach, it was all of you. You guys were showing people how racing is done. And that's one thing I again want to tip my hat and give shouts out to all 3 of you. And not just the 3 of you, but to everybody that was racing out there. Because you guys did a fantastic job of it gives me the opportunity to take these videos that we just made off of that and show people, like, look, this is what I'm talking about when I say that these guys are out here racing. Because when I tell people, I don't know about you, I still have people go, they race on one wheel? And I'm like, here, just look. Oh, and watching you guys look like Formula One race cars or something out there on that track. It looked really, really good. And I know that we're going to be able to do this more. And it just brings joy to my face and my heart knowing that we're able to push the edge and push the envelope. So what are you guys looking forward to? Whoa. Oh, I lost it for a second. What are you guys looking forward to the most as far as upcoming wheels that you've heard of? Because I only think there's one that I know of that I'm looking forward to. I know I asked you what your favorite wheel is, if you could only have one. But is there? No. Actually, before that, the Apex. What do you guys all think about the Apex? Have you ridden it
feels
yet?
awesome when you ride it.
That's
Yeah.
the NOSFET, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I love.
Have you gotten a chance? Have you gotten a chance to get on it yet, Kev?
Yeah, we have one here at the shop. It's actually super smooth. I haven't got the first ride I got on it was like it did 0 to 48 and like super fast, and
Okay.
that was not even fully charged, and it started beeping at 48 miles an hour GPS tracked. So it's definitely a really cool wheel. I haven't got a chance to actually like test it properly and stuff. It's just kind of like here and there, hop on it. But overall, it's really good wheel. Looks like a really good wheel.
Now, somebody made a comment, and I'm trying to think who it was. Oh, you know what, Roger, the other person
Yes.
who tested it out with you guys, because after you guys rode it that day and the gears broke or whatever, what was his name that the wheel went to next?
Matt Burt.
Matt Burt. Yes, Matt made a comment that I was like, ooh. He said that the NOSFET Apex is kind of like a souped up S22. Would you agree with that assessment of the wheel?
So I'm one of the people that never fell in love with the S22. So what you got to
Right.
know about Matt is he actually did love his S22. So it wasn't an insult. That was actually a compliment for the wheel. But the wheel itself to me feels just like I don't know. It's a long travel Lynx, so
Okay.
it's definitely a good wheel because the Lynx is a good wheel.
Okay. So it's a Lynx with more distance on it. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Is
A
it as
couple
light?
link riders, a couple links riders here. They were saying that the NOSFET had slightly more kick as well than the links.
Okay.
So I'm guessing because it's like slight different firmware or something. But yeah, they were also saying that it was a really good wheel. It felt like a Lynx.
Okay. Zach, let me ask
Yeah.
you. So, is the Lynx too small of a wheel? Because like I know. I guess I'm surprised that I didn't see a whole lot of Lynxes out there, and before this race, maybe the last 5 or 6 months, the Lynx was like the wheel everywhere, and I didn't really see anybody out there on it. And I'm guessing is because it can't compare to the ET Max or the GT Pro. But what do you guys think of the Lynx? What's your opinion of it?
I was really this close to buying one. It was actually Roger who convinced me to buy one. And right when I was going to go pull the trigger on it is when a few people started coming out reporting issues on it. So I'm like, okay, I'll hold off. And then as I'm holding off, I started seeing a bunch of more wheels enter the market and I got overwhelmed. I said, you know what? I'll just wait.
That happens to all of us. If you don't pull the trigger when it's time to pull the trigger, you'll pull the trigger on something else.
Yeah, and I'm glad I held off because I was able to afford to go to Ampton, Electrify New York. So it
Yeah.
kind of worked out.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I guess it was meant to be for you to have the wheel you have, right?
Yeah,
But
nothing
Roger,
wrong with the master.
yeah, Roger, why didn't you choose it? I mean, you ride some of everything. You feel the Blitz is the wheel for racing?
Like I was saying about my leg, I was
Oh yeah.
doing really good on the links, and I was digging the links, but just for certain kinds of tracks like AVS, I wouldn't have been able to do what I needed to do. Like in San Francisco, it was a small track, and I was able to tough it out for those few laps during the race. But yeah, I don't think I could have um, done the full TEF1 or the full AVS or something on the links.
Now,
I mean, I
what?
could have. I could have changed some stuff, and yeah, I could have made it work.
So is it because the Lynx is pretty light? I was gonna say, is it because you feel the Blitz is lighter, or is it just the ergonomics, the way that the wheel is designed, the way it fits on your leg fits?
The width of the rim on the links is more, so I would have had to put a tire spacer, or find like an 80-100 tire or something that would help me lean it over a little more, and I would have had to run too low of tire pressure. I don't know. There's a bunch of things I could have done to make it work better for me, but instead I just rode the Blitz because I didn't barely have to do anything for it.
So you were happy with your choice?
Yeah, it did great for me.
Okay. So Ricardo in the chat says, moving forward, we need to have an over 50s league. Do you agree with that, Roger?
Well, I guess I'll agree with it in a couple more years, but
Right. But that's why I'm saying it. Like you say there's an over 50s league, and I'm like, well, who's gonna race in it? We don't have a whole lot of over 50 racers. There's a whole lot of over 50 riders, but James, I mean, there's not a whole lot of over 50 like competitive racers.
I know some people that could be some of the local folk around here. If there was an over 50 league, that might get him in there. So, but yeah, like Henry Valencia, he's a local guy and he's in his 50s, and he's pretty darn fast without practicing. So imagine if we got him to practice a little bit, he'd be giving the other old guys a run for their money.
Okay, so that's a thought. Then we'll see if that could come to fruition. Because, I mean, I don't know. I'm like well over, so I would probably jump in just to have some fun. But I don't fall as good as Roger, and, yeah, so I don't know if I could do it. Um,
Better to not fall.
yeah,
Right.
Richard says I think the Apex will do well. Nosfet, to be honest, went straight to a fix when the issues were identified. They owned it and fixed it. So I am
Well,
hearing
people
a
keep
lot of.
talking about that. Marty handed out the wheel to us while he had the new linkages sitting in his garage. So for us to have broken it was, I don't know, it shouldn't have been a surprise.
By design, maybe Marty. Oh, Marty likes to push people and push things. I think um, the footage was good, and I think that might have been the idea. I don't know. I guess it effectively showed that you definitely needed to do that linkage. It wasn't a iffy. Should I possibly? It's a oh yeah, you got to make that happen. So I guess it was a good thing, right?
Yeah. It
John,
probably would have been better for the brand if they just put the new linkages on before they let us
yeah,
break the old linkage.
I would agree with that. John Darnell says Roger falls with style.
Gravity agrees with me.
Well, I guess I'm thinking now. Who else? Well, I guess I'll see when I get there. I'm thinking about the fastest riders we have. You guys are among the fastest. There's a handful more. Who are you looking forward to racing, Zach? Who do you look at racing? You're like, I want to get some of him.
I'd really like to race Ilya from Russia.
Okay. Okay.
I think he'll be a very fun person to race because he's just, I don't know, he does a lot of off-road crazy stuff, which kind of matches my background. So I think it'll make it a, you know.
Okay, we're gonna make that happen. Roger, who would you like to race if there's one person that you think about?
I want Kevin to be there.
Okay, Kevin. How about you?
I really enjoy racing with Roger, but I think I would want to race any of the Spaniards. Any Spain
Uh-huh.
riders out here.
So you're
Any
thinking
Spain
about some of Zen Lee's videos that he was putting out from Spain?
More of some of the people from Spain that claim to be faster than us.
Ooh. We got some
we
gauntlet
want
drops over there.
we want to see them come out here.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, you might
I
you
mean,
know,
I heard there was some Spain riders going out to China, so
China.
I'm excited to see Zach take him out.
Yeah. So, uh, Linea, I believe. So the top three racers in Spain supposedly were Steven, Linea, and Zen Lee.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
geez.
So we've raced Zen Lee the last 2 weeks on two different tracks, and
We've also raised Zen
anyway,
Lee for years already, so like we know he's good.
So you just need those
yeah.
other two.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll see if they make it. We'll see what happens out in China. Like I said, that's another one of those things that we will see. We will see. I'm excited for. So, all I can say is that again, this coverage has been amazing. I hope you guys are just as excited as everybody else is. I had a lot of questions leading up to this. Like right after the race, somebody's like, "Oh, you should have those guys on the show." I said it's a good idea. We'll give it a week or so. We'll try and make that happen.
Hopefully by next race I'll be able to be either the same way as Roger or below. Hopefully.
The same way as Roger and
Yeah.
what?
Or below,
Weight,
because
like,
Roger's 175.
because I'm
Oh,
170 pounds.
I'm two.
ah,
I'm 210 without gear.
okay, Yep.
with gear. I'll get down to Roger's level. Watch.
Okay. Well, you work on that. I steady seem to be gaining weight with my fat ass, so
Well,
I'm gonna have
I
to.
was supposed to be losing weight too, but
Yeah.
my ass just keeps eating.
Yeah.
It's the holiday season. Da ba ba doo boo boo. Stuff your face.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure. And yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know. I'm glad we're going over to China. Now, because right when I come back at some point, I've done so much damage through the military, police department, martial arts, racing, whatever stuff I've done in my life, to the point where now I'm gonna get some wonderful titanium in my hip. So
Nice.
yeah, I did enough damage to shred my hip. So I'm gonna be getting some titanium installed soon. Yay! So that's why I was surprised.
Adamantium.
Yeah, that's why I told him that I need some bionics put in there, but we'll see. We'll see how that works. But it's like when I did the jump and landed, I was like, oh, I was so surprised that nothing hurt other than my big toe. I was like, I think those pedals snapping off saved me. So, and I didn't take any tumbles. So, but anyway, all right, guys. I think that's it. Unless there's something specific you guys want to talk about, I just wanted to get you on here, give you an opportunity to talk to some of the people who follow you, and give you an opportunity to talk about whatever you got coming up. And I guess China is really the thing. So, is really
Yeah. There is one thing that I do want to mention.
go for it.
So Mario so I held the fastest lap record at AVS for like a year, and then
Yep.
Brian beat it like a couple weeks ago when we went out to practice.
Whoa.
And then I got it back. So I'm below. So I got a 110.6. And then 20 minutes later, Mario on a 134 volt Master V4 did a 110.5.
Wow. Talk about close. Okay.
Yeah.
And you've had the
So,
fastest
there was
time
that.
all this time. So,
Yeah. Every year I would set the fastest time. I set the fastest time in San Francisco. I set the fastest time at Amped on that big, stupid squared oval. But yeah, I usually try to get I did not get the fastest time at TEF1, but I was in the top 5, so that was
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. We were talking about your fast time, so we're looking forward to that. So you got to get back up there, but I know things are different, injuries and all that. You were talking about trying to get your gear together to work with you, so I still see that speed in you, Roger. I believe in you.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much back. It's I just will be a little bit of strength building, and then I'll be with nothing to worry about.
Yep. So Mario's asking if you're coming to intro, and yes, he is, Mario. That's why we did the show at this time, so he can get out and go. So,
Yeah.
so he'll be there.
Man, I wish I lived out there. Intros at this time is sick. All the videos look sick. I really want to be out there at this time for intro.
Yeah, I just want to be
Mario
out there with
knows how
that
to set the
weather.
track.
But Zach knows. I barely even go to intro to speed here.
I hardly go to intro to speed there. Traffic sucks.
Yeah.
How far are you guys apart? Like how
2
driving
hours.
2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay.
I live like a 10-minute ride from intro to speeds.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just,
I don't know. I think you're doing all right without
There's
it.
a lot of politics out there in San Francisco.
well, the thing is on Saturdays, like I'm doing my own thing because I gotta hustle, but like yeah, sometimes it's just really hard to get out there. And even though it's only a 10-minute ride, but sometimes I'm out of the city, and it's like, damn, I missed another Intro to Speed. If I would have gone to Intro to Speeds, I could have seen what Zach was made out of, which I already knew what he was made out of. But I could have been a little bit closer to him. It's fine.
Well, let me.
At one point in the race, I was just like, you know what? He took off from me already. I'm not even gonna worry about trying to catch him. I was just like, dude, just go, dude. I'm rooting for you back here.
You gotta.
All these guys are
Don't be a
behind me,
quitter
not
next
front-
time.
Not next to
He said, "Don't be a quitter." So
that one, there was no way to catch up. There was no way to catch up.
they're asking, would you guys rather 3 laps or 5 laps? Because the people were showing fatigue.
How about 10?
I would have 6 laps.
6?
Yep, I put 6 laps.
Okay. 6 would be
I would've-
the number you like the best.
Yep.
Well, for me, the more the merrier, but
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The fatigue does set in, and like it feels like as you get into those last couple laps, it seems like the legs start to buckle or wobble a little bit, and it's starting to show a little bit. But I mean, that's why people are asking you guys, because you're the ones out there. Maybe we're seeing wrong, and we're just assuming.
So what I'm talking about with my equipment setup, there are people that are riding like Mario probably, I don't know if he wants to answer, but he might have had trouble with 6 laps on the Master. I saw, I don't know, Brian was fading on his Blitz, and Darius was, by the end of the 3rd lap, they were sort of giving up. But there were others of us that were able to keep going.
Yeah, so I guess it depends on the person. So all 3 of you said more laps would have been fine. 6 laps would be good with you. Okay, so and Balanced Adventures here isn't that Aaron Doria?
That is the Aryan Doria. Yes.
Aaron Doria.
Yeah, he did really good at TEF1, but he was on a 134 volt wheel that was beeping the whole time. So if you're beeping the whole time, it's sort of scary.
Yeah.
So last little bout of the thing, he had a flat tire, and he grabbed Turbo's ET Max. And first lap or two, he was not doing so great, but by the end of the race, he decided he likes the ET Max. So we set my ET Max up for him to race, and he did a pretty good job at taking first place at AVS this last weekend.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So
We'll see. It definitely depends on the wheel. I feel like the Commander GT. I don't know about the Commander Pro, rather, for me. It is shorter. I really like the wheel. I enjoy riding it a lot. Once I get it back, since the pedals got snapped off. But it's a little short for me. I feel like I'm looking for a little more height. So then I get on the ET Max and I'm like, yes, this is it. It's like the perfect height for a wheel, in my opinion. But that's just for me. So I know that the equipment makes a huge difference. And although I get mad at Bigode for putting out a wheel every 5 minutes, I can say that having a various number of wheels makes it really good for you to be able to choose what you want. And we were talking about the X-Way earlier, and I was looking for the X-Way to be my off-road wheel. So I'm hoping that would be it, not as a race wheel. Shouts out to Alien Rides. I appreciate you, Kev, throwing up some money there. I appreciate that. Super sticker.
And right above that, Darius said he took his beeper off, and no joke, I took the beeper off my Master when I was racing it because I'd rather know my safety margin instead of just having the wheel yelling at me.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't see this, but Maribel's in the chat. What's up, Maribel? They were talking about how you be pushing riders, you be bullying people at the intro to speed. So, yeah, okay. So, Zach, is there anything else you want to add to the people that wanted to talk to you? Because, like I said, I got a lot of messages to talk to you guys about this race and about what's coming up. So, what do you think? Anything else you want to add?
Gosh, I can't think of one thing other than we're gonna have a lot of fun in China, and I wish more people would go. And they should just, sign up for a credit card and buy an airline ticket and just go to China.
Yeah, you definitely need a new credit card, freshie, to
Mhm.
swipe that because that ticket was not cheap.
Or we
Like,
could just get a boat. If we all just chip in $10, we could just pile on a boat and we could just go to China. We can
may
bring
take
our
us a,
own wheels. We don't have to
it
deal
may
with any
take us
of
a it may take us
guys
a
with
minute to
that.
get there, but
Yeah.
we can do it. All
You
right,
should have done
so
that last year so you could get there by this time.
the way the wheels are getting over here, yeah, it may take that long. Roger, you got anything you want to add before we go?
I just have a good time hanging out with all these people and hanging out with you guys over here, and looking forward to doing more of that in the future.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Kev, what you got, man? I know you're not gonna make it to China with us, but you got anything else to add to the group or anything you want to say before we go?
I ain't got much to say. I just want to say thank you to Roger for those pep talks that we be having on the track. They're really fun, dude. I need, I need,
I'm here for you,
I need you to
Kevin.
school me a little bit better. I need you to school me a little bit better on the race lines. Maybe I'll be faster.
Dude, for real. No, his race lines aren't perfect, but and I was telling him this on the track. I'm like, even with your shitty lines, you're still pretty fast. So,
even, even with your
Well,
shitty
dude,
lines.
hey, I was trying to stay off the rumble strip. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I had 1 week with the GT Pro. Like, there was no way I was gonna have a perfect line with that.
I don't know. That rumble strip, I think Roger was making it known the rumble strip was not the place to be.
I think he
I
liked
was
it.
on it a few times. Watch the
Yeah.
footage. I
He
spent a
liked
lot
it.
of
I
time
know
on that
you
rumble
were.
strip.
You were catching air off the
That
rumble
was
strip. You caught wobbles off the
that
rumble
was
strip.
Roger's method. That was Roger's method. His fastest time was going through the rumble strips.
So that's the secret we need to know about.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would have been dope. Liv saying we should have got a boat to bring our wheels over. Yeah, that would have been dope. We could have sent them ahead of time. Yeah, because I think that's the other thing that's hurting people buying race wheels over there. And I'm a little concerned that we're gonna buy a wheel over there and then you got to set it up and get it right and test it. And we lost Roger. And test it and all that. I'm kind of worried about that. I'm worried that kind of situation is gonna cause people to have issues. There we go. You're back. He's back. So that kind of situation, I think, is going to cause people to have issues because they're, like you said, Kev, you only had a week with that wheel. Well, these guys are, if you get over there early, then you might have a few days with the wheel, maybe, if you're lucky. Then I'm getting there late. I don't get there till the 27th, the morning of. So it's like, I'm glad I'm not buying a wheel to race because I would be toast.
Dude,
So
I wish I could go out there. That's like a 2 day prior to the race. You get a
yeah,
brand new wheel that you don't know nothing about. It's
right.
like, dude, it's good. It's a good practice to put your brain to because it's like it really tests like your riding abilities. It's at that point it's not about the wheel, it's about the rider. So
Yeah.
it's a really good test for everybody that's going out there. I'm really excited to see everybody have fun. Like all these riders from all over the world come out and just shred that same track and see the difference between riders from all over the world would be really fun. Still
Yeah.
think the United States of America will take the win though.
Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I think there's. I mean, we have so many riders that are so amazing. So it'll
We
be
just have
tough.
to. We just. We just have to put up a wall along the whole track. That way, Roger doesn't hit the rumble track. Rumble strip.
You Mexicans and your walls.
Hey, I'm Salvadorian. Get it right.
Okay, sorry.
So two he said there are cars that can turn into boats. Why can't EUCs turn into boats? Yeah, that would be nice, Kev. I wish that was a possibility. We've seen so many flying things now. The guy with the jetpack flying around the racetrack. I wish we could just transform and that's coming. That's coming. Not yet. So a lot of things are coming in here, but I think that's it. I think the excitement really for your race is unmatched because I think it was the best race we've ever had so far. And I'm hoping that we're able to use those K1 tracks because they have more tracks around the country. Excuse me. I'm hoping that we're able to do that more. I think that's what TEF1 is trying to do. And I'm hoping that, we can get everything to work together, get amped to be able to announce at the race and broadcast it all at the same time. I think bringing it to the people is the thing that we need because those that are not there, we want you to feel it and feel that racing. When I'm going to tell you guys, I felt like upset when you guys were racing because I couldn't watch it. I was looking for it, and then at the time I couldn't find it, and then I was working, so I couldn't. And I'm like, there's nowhere. So broadcasting and bringing it to the people is important because everybody wants to see what happened. So I'm hoping moving forward we can have all that together. So anyway, all right, guys, thank you very much. Again, I thank you very much. I appreciate you guys taking the time to get together. I know we love to hang out and talk. This one of my favorite things about the EUC community is that everybody is great to hang out with. So thanks for coming and hanging with Cobra a little bit, and
Real quick before we go, we got a
What's up?
question for you, Cobra.
Go for it.
Senior E Moment said, aka James Darnell said, "Who are you betting on for China?"
I would have to save that one. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look. I have to look at the list again, and I don't know. You're not going, Kev, but I guess my money would be on one of these two right here, Zach or Roger. I think they're going to be in the top racers there, and
Show's
I would
gonna
be
there also. And
yeah.
Aaron Doria has been showing some pretty darn amazing promise of late. So.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to say who's going to take it because, like I say with football, any given Sunday. Well, with racing, any race can be, one guy or the next. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to hit the rumble strip. You never know who's going to bobble with the puck on the ground. You never know who's going to, pick shitty lines but still do okay. You never know who's gonna do well. It's one of those things you just never know. So we shall see what happens.
This is the list of the racers from around the world that are going to China. I don't know if you're seeing that.
No. I can see it over here. I don't know if I can put it up for you. Let me see. Will it let me? Okay. Here we go.
So
here's
Australia, Belgium, Canada, Czech Republic, France, Japan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Singapore, and then the United States.
Wow. People, look at that list. That's
Third Chinese guy.
crazy.
Oh, yeah. No.
Crazy. Roger, do me a favor. Pronounce one of their names. Okay. Anyway. This is gonna look how many though. There's just so many riders. This is just organizing this race is gonna be crazy.
Yep.
Wow, I am impressed. I can tell you that. And
there's the other Douglas from Canada.
Yeah. Well, we shall see what happens. It's crazy to think that is oh, hold on. Can I get you back? Now I can't even get you back. Can I? Oh, just drop this out. So it is crazy to see all these people that we have coming to race, and just the fact that everybody's going to have their opportunity to have their race day, and there's so many names that I don't know. You just mentioned a couple, Roger, that I'm not sure what's going to happen. Let me see. Can I get you all back in here? Oh,
Yeah.
it's not.
Our voices are there, right?
Yeah, it's not letting me pull. Oh, there we go. I see each one of you individually, but it won't let me pull you back in. I think because I added your screen in there.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, that's okay. But I can tell you guys right now, this has been amazing. So thank you very much. And, we'll do it again. Like I said, I want to do this a little more frequently. I don't like the fact that I've been very busy, so I haven't had time to do it, but I want to do it more. So thanks for jumping back in. And I look forward to doing this again when we come back from China and see what stories we have to tell, because I think we're going to have a whole lot of goodies for the people. And I'm hoping that your stomach holds up, Roger, for all the stick food that you're looking to eat.
I'm going to eat a scorpion on a stick. Yeah, I'm going to eat things that are unidentifiable. The person giving it to me won't know what the hell they're handing me, and I'm going to eat it.
I'm gonna pay someone to give you a booger.
Oh.
A deep fried.
All I
booger.
learned is be gentle about what you eat if there's a blue light in the window.
All right, people, that wasn't me. That was Roger. That wasn't me. I think I've done enough sharing when it comes to that. All right, guys, you guys have a fun-filled, fantastic evening. I'll see you guys on the next one. Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming through. You guys are amazing. Thanks for all the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Zaijian.
Thank you, Cobra.
Oh, my God. You guys are something else. You guys crack me up.